Happy Friday, St. Francis on the Field. This is a special Friday finale where we're going to explore all things church. Announcement though, May 28th of this year, May 28th, Pentecost Sunday, Memorial Day weekend, we are going to have one service at 9 a.m. One service at 9 a.m. We're going to come together as a whole church to be together, to celebrate the birth of the church. And then after the 9 a.m. service, we're going to have a ministry fair where we can look at all the different ways we can exercise and participate in the life of the church, right? What makes a church different than a country club? Country club, you go, you partake, you receive something for the dues you pay. Trust me, my wife and I are members of Serenata Beach Club. I know how this works. We pay our dues, we expect something in return. Churches, a little different. We give out of a place of spirituality, which y'all have been incredibly generous. That's why I always invite you to pray, to encourage your own conversation about how you want to support and participate in the life of our ministry together. On Pentecost, we celebrate the birth of that reality a couple thousand years ago, coming forward. Now, some of you were wondering, what's Memorial Day weekend? Is anybody going to come to church? Memorial Day weekend last year, 234 came to church. 234 came on Memorial Day weekend. That seems a lot less than what we have now. We have that many people just at our 10 o'clock service. 2 weeks prior, we only had 175. So increase, we were moving the right direction. The very next week, which was Pentecost last year, we had 247. So Memorial Day weekend, we were only down 13 people from the next week. So my reason in showing you this is, I believe because of where we live, most people are still in town on Memorial Day weekend. If you're like me, family's coming to us on Memorial Day because, well, we live in paradise. People come to paradise. So I wanted to do that. I wanted to show you that just so there's no concern. I do believe that the ministry fair will be successful. And then we have all summer, folks, to spend time talking about the different ways that we can get trained and get ready for the ministries we sign up. So please come out May 28th, 9 a.m. for worship, 10 a.m. for breakfast and ministry fair in the parish hall, and come see all the different ways that we can be involved and be the church and actually do church and not talk about what church can give us, but how can we participate in the life of the church. Now, to that end, a lot of you have asked recently about the structure of the church. Well, the church has a vestry, and just bear with me, that's the leadership. That's like the board of directors, of which the rector, me, is a part of. And underneath the vestry, we've organized it in a couple different committees. You have the exec, you have property and grounds, you have stewardship, you have the Great Commission, and you have, who am I missing? P&G stewardship, Great Commission, and finance. Whew, Lord, folks, I'm about to forget my own committees. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is, the reason we do it this way, right? There's two different models of the church. There's what we used to call the priest knows best church, which everything goes through the office of the priest, and the priest just puts people around them that are going to generally say yes to everything they want, and then they're going to do that. Problem is, that's not the church. That's not the people. That's not God, the Holy Spirit calling the people together. Our duty is spiritual oversight over the congregation together. That's what the rector and vestry do together. So, we've organized in big buckets the life and work and ministry of the church, from the financial and fiduciary, which is property and grounds and finance, to spiritual, Great Commission, and the exec, which is the officers of the vestry. I'm showing you this because some of you have wondered in particular about the Great Commission Committee. The Great Commission Committee, its sole goal is to think about the different ways we can live out the Great Commission in liaison with our mission committee, our outreach committee, and our evangelism committee. That's what they do. So when you think about the life of the church, and each week I'm going to talk a little bit more about each one of these, I want you to understand how we work. I don't do what's also coined a Father Knows Best church. That's not my MO. It's not what I do. I encourage the vestry to make committees. It makes decisions more fruitful. It does take a little bit longer to make decisions, but by golly, it is the church because they're prayerful. We discern and many voices are heard. It's not just about what Justin wants. It's about what we feel called to do. And we can invite people into our work. So I show this to you as we head towards Pentecost Sunday by way of Senior Sunday on May 21st, Mother's Day this week, and in just a couple weeks we will be together for Pentecost, and this is what one of our structures of the church looks like. And like I said, in the coming Friday finales, I will unpack each one of these committees one at a time so you can understand more about what they do. And I will also have a State of the Parish address that will come out before Pentecost so that you can hear kind of what would be my annual address if we had an annual meeting. Anyways, if you have questions about this, talk to me, talk to your vestry. Love to hear from you. And I will see you on Sunday.